Hi, my name is Myra Tanksley, and I'm the proud single mom of a autistic young man who's now 21 years old. Uh, and unfortunately, we've been in a system that has included very evil, wicked, incompetent, abusive, and unprofessional people as far as interacting and dealing with my son as an autistic individual and a loving, supportive mother like myself who speaks out about him being properly um, and humanely treated because he's been assaulted, abused, neglected, and a lot of it is the personalities of these people and also the incompetence. There's no knowledge base, but to deal with uh, autistic individuals, you need to have patience and personality and and there's just a lot of unfit people that are in these jobs and stuff. So right now, my son, his name is Marquise. He's in a illegally confined to a state of Ohio intermediate care facility for the mentally retarded, where he's been abused, neglected, assaulted, stolen from, just all kind of crimes committed against him. And I have a Facebook page called the Abuse and Neglect of Autistic Marquise Tanksley by the government, because he is in a government facility. It's ran by the state of Ohio. It's a state of Ohio facility. And then I created a justice page. And on the justice page, now the abuse and neglect page has some of the evidence of the stuff I'm talking about. Because I'm not just full of hot air. It has pictures, it has documents, it has some of the audio videos that I have created on YouTube. The justice page will have basically the players, the people that help illegally get the court to order my son to be there. And it also will show the mistreatment of my son, and not only him, me as a mother, because all I've been is slandered, and they say that I make my son have escalate and have meltdowns. I said my son ain't never told me he hates me or get out or he can't stand me. He vents to me, not because of me. And after you people done got him all overwhelmed and terrorized and sensory overload, he tells me about it, that he wants to leave. So over at OSU is one of the players, because they had one of their corrupt, incompetent, abusive psychiatrists um, that doesn't know anything about autism, because autism is not a mental health or psychiatric condition. It's a neurological condition driven by sensory um, forces and processes and that sort of thing. But she wrote a letter for Franklin County Board of DD, or Franklin County Board of Developmental Disabilities, slandering me and trying to portray my son as a monster that needed to be institutionalized because they couldn't do nothing for him. And now she was right about that, because they were just as incompetent and abusive, and just no lack of compassion or empathy. They didn't know anything about autism. They didn't know how to work with my son. They ignored his disability needs as an autistic individual. They wouldn't accommodate him hardly. Their answer, like one of the uh, audio videos I have on OSU, was to call security, which came and tied him down, traumatized him more, and restrained him and stuff. And the Haldol Ativan cocktails, and they made my son more aggressive. Just because you pump, psych meds don't mean that it really always helps that client. It's a hit and miss, and then you got the narrow or the very, very sensitive nervous system of my son being an autistic individual, and it was just awful. It was just. But so I am doing a series on OSU. They don't have to feel really bad about it, because I got a series coming on the other players, the other agencies, and individual people as well. And that'll be on the justice page. But this particular audio video is my son talking to me on March the 25th, 2012. And that was after they had verbally abused me and my son on, they falsely accused him of trying to hit me. This was March 24th, 2012, the day before. They tried to get him to say he wanted to leave me, that he wanted me to leave. They tried to, really coerce him to say, you want your mom to leave? Now, the nurse was basically yelling this in my son's face. They ended our visit, which escalated him more, because he loves mom, mom loves him, and he wants me there. And then I was verbally abused by 2 RNs, and then physically abused by one of those RNs. So there's actually audio tape of that that you can actually listen to. But so the day after they ended our visit, they said I couldn't visit him the next day. So I was talking to my son on the phone. He was very groggy, the Haldol, just Haldol full of Haldol and Thorazine and all that kind of stuff. But he was very, very upset that I wouldn't be able to see him. And earlier in the tape, you could hear him just telling me, I want to see your face, I want to see your face. And I was trying to, comfort him and everything. And then later on, he was threatened by staff. I don't know if it was a nurse or aide or whatever, but you can hear a female voice saying in the background, we're going to call security. And she said that because she wanted him to get off the phone with me. And you can hear my son say, don't call security, I don't like that. I said, well, I don't think that's good care or nursing care for an autistic patient to threaten them with calling security, something that has obviously made this autistic patient feel very scared, that probably traumatizes them. Probably terrorizes them, makes them struggle more. But that was their thing. We're just calling security on you. We're just gonna call security. So, and nobody looked at all the dynamics. It was just a nightmare. And I'll tell their president and their whoever, I said, as far as my son's concerned, it was a nightmare because your staff was incompetent, they were abusive, they were unprofessional, and I got the tapes to back it up. So here on this particular audio video, you will hear staff telling my son that they were going to call security on him if he didn't hang up. And his response was, don't call security, I don't like that. Because he knew that, they came up there, he had to get tied down and, held, and it's just awful. But that's how they managed caring for my son, other than the chemicals and the meds and stuff. It was always security. And then there's another audio video of a security guard, basically almost really talking about that. He said, well, they need to learn how to deal with it because when they call security, it's always on your son, So here we go, and thank you for listening.
Talk to me later on, and then can you let me talk to the nurse or let me talk to the staff?
So in the background, and you can't really hear it, but you can hear staff talking to my son, and you can hear them saying, we're going to call security. If he didn't get off the phone, which was like, well, that's how we could scare you into doing this, instead of another approach or another intervention. And again, my son actually gets scared and, probably got angry, like, oh God, they're going to call the people that's going to, tie me down, hold me down, and then traumatize me and terrorize me and stuff. So that's why you can hear my son said, don't call security, I don't like that. So, to me, it's just incompetent, abusive nursing care of a patient with autism at OSU Wexner Medical Center, Harding Hospital. So there you have it, and thank you for listening. Um, the next one um, broke my heart because when he actually, but they always try to say that me and him are dysfunctional, and I escalate him and like he can't stand me and all this stuff, and he begged them. I could play the earlier part of this tape of him just saying, I need to see your face, I want to see your face, and I want to see you and stuff, you know. He wants to see his mom, you know, of somebody he knows that loves him and that he has a relationship with. I said, these people are cruel, just cruel and sick. And I said, you know, any slimy lawyer that they have, you know, you can, there it is. This is your staff doing these things to me and my son, saying these things and doing these things, and I got it on tape. So I believe I have on tape when he's asking them, can my mom come and see me? You know, because I had to tell him that I wouldn't be able to come and visit him that evening. And he's going like, oh, what? You know, that's what he would look forward to, because he know he has somebody who can talk about his feelings. You know, Mom, I want to go home. I'm being treated like crap. You know, and the sensory overload and the drugs and everything. I mean, it's just awful. But here it is, and I will try to find where he was, you know, actually, while he was talking to me on the phone, had actually said to the staff that was around him, can my mom come and see me? You know. So, anyway, thank you for listening, and have a blessed day.